What's up, guys? Jason here, my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for Monday Night Raw, so let's get to it then. And I almost said Friday Night SmackDown, but whatever. So Monday Night Raw and stuff. We show clips from last week's Raw. Jacob Fatu tells Roman Reigns, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay and stuff. Then we cut to a parking lot. Roman Reigns' car drives and he drives in. And he gets out, and Pierce pops in and scolds Reigns for not listening to him last week. Pierce says Jacob needs to be fired, and Reigns says he just needs a minute out in the ring to call out Fatu. Pierce and Reigns go back and forth, and they hear Fatu's music play, and Pierce runs towards the ring, leaving Reigns behind. At ringside, Jacob Fatu comes out to the ring. Fatu gets in the ring and gets on the mic. He tells Roman Reigns to come out right now, not as he's calling Reigns out. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay comes out first. Jay has a chair in hand, and Jimmy is telling Jay to calm down. Jimmy has a mic and tells Jay to let him talk to Fatu first. The Usos get in the ring, and Jimmy asks Fatu what he's doing. Fatu says he wants the best for his family, and the deal was if Fatu lost at Backlash, he acknowledged Reigns, and now instead management wants to fire Fatu. Jimmy asks if Fatu is wanting to go back to the Bat Live and be back in prison. Jay goes to smack Fatu with a chair, but Fatu gets to Jay first. Fatu locks Jimmy in the Tonga death grip, and Jay hits Fatu with a chair, and Fatu doesn't flinch. Fatu puts Jay in the Tonga death grip, drops and Reigns' music hits, and he comes out to the ring, and the Usos are pushed out of the ring by Fatu. Reigns gets in the ring, and Fatu tells Reigns to come get him. Reigns and Fatu trade punches, and Reigns kicks Fatu in the corner. Reigns runs at Fatu to deliver a Superman punch, but Fatu catches Reigns and gets him in the Tonga death grip. The Usos super kick Fatu, then hit him with the spear, and the Usos splash. Fatu then gets 1D by the Usos. Fatu gets back up, and the Usos tie Fatu in the ropes. Reigns then hits a Superman punch on Fatu, then the Usos super kick him. Reigns hits another Superman punch, and Fatu gets super kicked again. Fatu is set free, and the Usos send Fatu into Reigns, who spears Fatu. Fatu is left motionless in the ring, and the trio leave the ring. And Pierce comes out and meets stupid thing. Comes out and meets. Trying to get the stupid thing going. Meets Reigns and the Usos as they're leaving. Reigns tells Pierce to do whatever he wants now. He can fire Fatu for all what Reigns cares. Fatu gets on the mic, and as he's laid out, it tells Reigns for a tribal combat. Pierce tells Reigns to stay back and not accept, and Reigns takes the mic out of Pierce's hands and says he accepts. Alright, so we have a combat. As it's official and stuff, so after that, it was Seth Rollins, Obi Femi, and Judgment Day. They're all the show, arriving the ring and arena and stuff. Then video promo package for Finn Balor with the street fight against JD McDonough. So, first match coming up is the street fight, Finn Balor versus JD McDonough. We'll get the bell, and Balor charges McDonough and trips him. McDonough is then knocked over the top rope, and Balor heads out and slams McDonough into the barricades. McDonough is then sent shoulder first into a steel steps, and Balor pulls some kendo stick from under the ring and tosses them in the ring. Balor gets some chairs in the ring and then smokes McDonough with a chair back in the ring. McDonough strikes Balor with a kendo stick. McDonough sets a chair in the turnbuckles, and Balor then hits McDonough with a kendo stick. McDonough hits a right Russian leg sweep, and Balor rolls to the corner. McDonough chokes Balor in the corner with a kendo stick. Balor sneaks under McDonough and then sends him across the ring into a chair. McDonough sits on the opposite turnbuckle. Balor gets a table out from under the ring, and McDonough comes out of nowhere with a suicide dive, flattening Balor on the outside. Balor is sent into the timekeeper's area and knocks Balor in the head with Alicia Taylor's mic. The two battle into the crowd, and Balor slams McDonough's head into an equipment crate. McDonough slams Balor into the crate, and McDonough climbs a couple levels up and moonsaults off another hold on, I'm sorry guys. Off another crate onto Balor down below, and then we cut commercial break. Back to the street fight match. McDonough sets a table up in the ring as Balor Balor crawls outside the ring. Balor gets back in the ring. Madonna set up the table in the corner of the ring. Balor gets back in the ring and the two trade punches. Madonna is taken down with an elbow drop, and Balor then hits Madonna with a chair. Balor continues to hammer down on Madonna with a chair and then stops. He tries to slam down Madonna on the chair with a neck breaker, but Madonna counters and slams Balor down on the chair and then hits a moonsault and covers Balor for a near fall. Madonna tries to swing Balor into the table, but Balor stops himself and hits a sling blade on Madonna. Balor runs at Madonna and drop kicks him, who flies into the table in the corner. Balor climbs the ropes and misses a coup de grace, and Madonna moves and then takes down Balor, power bombs him and covers him for a near fall. Madonna hits a top rope moonsault and covers Balor, who kicks out at two. Madonna gets another table throw under the ring and tosses it into the ring and sets it up in the ring. Madonna lays Balor on the table and punches him. Madonna climbs the ropes and Balor trips him and sets him on the table and punches him. Balor climbs the ropes and Dominic Mysterio comes out of nowhere and distracts Balor. Madonna climbs up with Balor and hits a superplex through the table and takes a bit to get on Balor. And Balor kicks out of the pin. Mysterio looks around the ring and gets a garbage can from under the ring, and then finds another and sends them both into the ring. Madonna and Mysterio and Madonna strike Balor with the trash cans. Balor dodges a 619 and Madonna is smoked with it. Balor knocks Mysterio out of the ring and puts Madonna in a trash can, then hits a coup de grace and gets the win. So the winner is Finn Balor. Then we get clips from last week's Raw, the fallout between Seth Rollins and Street Profits. Yeah, after that we see Captain Kelly talking with Seth Rollins backstage and stuff about, what happened last week and all that stuff. Then after that we see Oba Femi stretches backstage. It's Oba challenge later. Then get a highlight from Sol Ruca. We then cut backstage. Barry Saxon's with her and stuff. Beth tells Ruca to leave. Lynch is happy. Ruca left and stuff, and then all worked out. Ruca is headed out to the ring, so we have a promo segment coming up with Sol Ruca. At ringside, Sol Ruca comes out to the ring. She says she's going to cut to the chase, so she'll just do this out in the ring. Ruca calls out Becky Lynch and tells her to put her money where her mouth is. Lynch comes out and Ruca what kind of stunts she's trying to pull. Ruca says she knows Lynch thinks Ruca should go back to NXT, but Ruca has worked her ass off to get here and wants to fight Lynch right here, right now. Lynch refuses. Lynch says she's a GOAT and she prides herself on that being and being a locker room leader. Lynch talks about the women who thought they were ready to face her, but weren't. Lyra, Valkyria, Maxine Dupree, AJ Lee, they all stepped up and were defeated. Lynch says Ruca isn't ready, and if she wants her, she'll fight Ruca at Saturday night's main event. Ruca agrees. She'll snatch Lynch's soul and Lynch's title. Lynch says it won't be a title match, and the title means prestige, and Lynch is prestige. Lynch says this will be Ruca's test to see if she's ready, and drops her mic and leaves. Then we see the Vision, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory backstage to see who's gonna fight Seth Rollins tonight, and Paul Heyman says it's gonna be Austin Theory and stuff. So, yeah. Alright, second match coming up. Trios Torneo, El Grande Americano and Los Americanos, Bravo and Rayo versus OJ, El Grande Americano and Los Americanos, Hermanos, Bruto and Julio. We get the bell and all 6 main competitors go at it. Rayo and Julio are left in the ring. Julio tosses Rayo across the ring. Rayo jumps at Julio, whatever, but gets caught. Brutal gets in the ring, and Rayo is tossed out of the ring. Bravo comes in and kicks Julio out of the ring, and Brutal tosses tosses Bravo, and Americano gets in the ring. Beats up Bruto. OG gets in the ring, and OG and Americano trade punches. OG gets Americano in an ankle lock. Rail and Bravo break up the whole. OG is double teamed by Los Americanos, and OG fights back. Real and Bruto come and help OG. Rayo and Bravo take out Bruto and Julio, and it's a moonsault out onto Rayo. Bravo and Bruto. Americano takes out Julio, and OG takes everyone else out. Back in the ring, OG hits a superplex on Bravo, and Bravo kicks out at 2. Americano comes in and kicks OG out of the ring, and then cut commercial break. Alright. Back to Raw. Americano beats up Bruto and slams into Bruto in the corner. OG gets Americano on his shoulders, and Bravo and Rayo make the save. The three beat up OG and kick him. Bravo and Rayo try to double team, but OG, but OG clotheslines them both and slams them both. Bravo jumps on OG's back, and OG picks up Rayo and suplexes them both. OG tosses Americano into the corner and tries for a pin, but Bravo breaks the pin. Julio suplexes Bravo. Bruto hits a moonsault, and OG hits a flying headbutt onto Bravo and tries for the pin, and Rayo breaks the pin. Rayo and Americano knock Bruto out of the ring. Julio misses a strike of the top rope and leaves OG himself. Los Americanos and Americano put metal plates in their masks and go at OG. Bruto and Julio come in and to make the save and slam them all down. OG Bruto and Julio moonsault on Bravo. Rayo and Americano get a near fall. OG and Americano fight outside the ring, and OG is tossed into the timekeeper's area. Bravo is slammed into using all the loaded masks, and he gets pinned. So winners are El Americano and Los Americanos. Then we see Brie Bella and Paige backstage stuff, all that. And then we see Kira Tozawa and Otis doing that food dash delivery and stuff. And later after that, Captain Kelly talks to the Usos. Backstage, talk about what happened. Then LA Knight comes out and stuff, all that. Then we see Ethan Page interview backstage by Michael Cole. They talk about Page going for Penta's Intercontinental Championship. Page says he's destined for a championship go as it comes easy for him, and people like Penta had to work hard. Cole asks Page why he's so arrogant and says Page has an ego. Page says it's pure confidence, and he believes that he's the best wrestler in all of WWE, and says he'll beat Penta at Saturday night's main event, which is this Saturday. Alright, so third match coming up. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Brie Bella and Paige are the champions versus Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez with Liv Morgan. Alright, Paige and Perez start, and Paige kicks Perez down and tosses her around the ring. Paige throws Perez around some more and then slams her into the corner. Paige boots Perez in the corner, and Bella wants a tag, but Paige ignores her. Bella is tagged in, and Perez is double teamed. Perez kicks Bella down and covers her for 1 count. Rodriguez is tagged in, and Bella is about to be double teamed, but she kicks Perez out of the ring and kicks Rodriguez, but Bella jumps at Rodriguez and gets caught. Bella counters out, but gets flattened by Rodriguez with a shoulder tackle. Perez is tagged in, and Bella double teamed. Perez slaps and Bella slaps Perez back. Bella slams into Perez against the ropes. Paige is tagged in, and Rodriguez gets in the ring. Bella kicks Perez, and Paige kicks Perez through the ropes. Rodriguez is knocked out of the ring, and Paige goes to get Rodriguez, but Rodriguez slams Paige into the ring apron, and then we get a commercial break after that. Alright. Back to the match. Perez has Paige in a chinlock. Paige tries to fight out of it, and Perez knocks her down. Rodriguez is tagged in, and Paige is double teamed. Rodriguez slams Paige into the mat, then slams into her in the corner. Perez is tagged in, and Paige takes Perez down. Perez runs in, and Paige sends Rodriguez out of the ring. Bella is tagged in, and she takes Perez down with some clotheslines, then kicks Rodriguez off the apron. Bella hits a net breaker and then tosses Perez into Rodriguez, who tries to get in. The ring get in the ring. Bella hits a double net breaker and covers Perez for a near fall. Bella kicks Perez in the corner, and then Bella climbs the top rope and tries for a missile dropkick, but barely connects. Morgan distracts the ref, but Rodriguez takes down Bella. Paige and Bella slam down Rodriguez and Perez. That sends Paige out of the ring and attacks Bella. Perez goes for a moonsault, but Bella gets her knees up. Bella climbs the ropes, and Morgan pushes Brie off as the ref has her back turned. Morgan is ejected from ringside. Rodriguez tosses Perez a tag title belt, and Perez goes to use it, but Bella rolls up at Perez and gets the win. So winners are still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Brie Bella and Paige. Alright. After the match, Morgan attacks Bella. Rodriguez, Morgan, and Perez beat up Paige and Bella until Bayley and Lyra Valkyria run down to make the save. After that, we see LA Knight comes up to Seth Rollins in the parking lot. Who wants to know, and so who wants to do this right now. All that stuff he doesn't, all that stuff. So whatever. Anyways, after that, we see Oba Femi walks backstage and he's set for open challenge. Beat them commercial break. This was supposed to be the 4th match. Alright, so Obi Femi comes out for his open challenge and he gets in the ring. Brock Lesnar comes out of nowhere and it's Femi with 4 F5s and leaves Femi laid out in the ring and leaves. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, man. Alright, so after that, we see CM Pierce walking backstage to try and find Brock Lesnar. And then Paul Heyman, Pierce goes to his office and Heyman is in his office and stuff. And then he says, let's just sign the contract. Then let Oba Femi signed the contract, except for a clash at the castle and stuff. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. Alright, so anyways, then we see Cathy Kelly talk to Street Profits about their match. Also, then Dawkins gets distracted by 7 rounds and all that stuff, blah blah. And then after that, we go to the 4th match. Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory with Logan Paul. So main event tonight. Alright, so here you go. Oh shit, come on, stupid thing. Come on, guys. Anyways. Alright, Rollins jumps out at Paul and Theory before the bell. Rollins slams Theory into the barricade around the ring and tosses Theory in the ring. The bell rings and Rollins slams down Theory and kicks him over and over again. Rollins misses 2 stomp attempts and clotheslines Theory over the ropes. Rollins stalks Theory around the ring and misses another stomp. Rollins slams Theory into steel steps and chops Theory around the exterior of the ring. Paul gets in the way, allowing Theory to make an escape. Theory attacks Rollins in the ring and tries for an Alabama slam. Rollins counters and sends Theory into the corner with a buckle bomb. Rollins stomps Theory in the corner and Theory crawls onto the apron. Rollins kicks Theory off the apron and then tries to kick Theory, but Theory blocks it and sends Rollins' leg into the turnbuckles. Theory pins Rollins' ankle between the ring post and the steel steps and slams Rollins' leg. Theory punches Rollins around the ring and Rollins punches back. Theory slams his shoulder into the buckle. Into Rollins, in the corner, and Rollins rolls out onto the apron. Rollins guillotines Theory as the ref checks on him. Paul pulls Rollins off the apron. Theory comes out and beats up Rollins outside the ring and then commercial break. Alright. Back from commercial break. Theory elbows Rollins' leg several times. Theory tries for a suplex, but Rollins counters with a Falcon Arrow. Rollins chops Theory into the corner. Rollins clotheslines Theory, and Theory gets sent out onto the apron. Theory rolls in and jumps into a sit-out powerbomb on Theory and covers him for a near fall. Rollins goes for a pedigree, and Theory reverses it and strikes Rollins. Theory hits a spinning sit-out powerbomb and covers Rollins for a near fall. Theory locks Rollins in a half crab, and Rollins rolls out of it. Theory tries for a pin, and Rollins kicks out. Theory hits a super kick and kicks Rollins in the face again. Theory goes to stomp Rollins, but Rollins fires back with a clothesline, knocking Theory to the mat. Rollins climbs the ropes, and Paul pushes Rollins off the top row behind the ref's back. Theory hits a stomp and covers Rollins, who kicks out at 2. Theory mounts Rollins and starts punching him, but Paul flashes brass knuckles to Theory, and Theory puts them on. Paul distracts the ref, and Theory goes to punch Rollins, but Rollins super kicks him and takes the knuckles. Paul tells the ref that Rollins has knuckles, and the ref takes them away. Rollins punches Paul off the apron, and Theory tries to roll up Rollins, but Rollins kicks out. Rollins hits a pedigree on Theory and gets the win. So winner is Seth Rollins. And then after the match is over, Paul and Theory attack Rollins. Andre Dawkins runs out to make the save. Paul and Theory beat up Dawkins, and Montez Ford come out to save Dawkins. Ford beats up Theory and Paul. Theory and Paul. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Ford asks Dawkins why he came to save Rollins. Braun Breaker runs out and spears Ford. Rollins attacks Breaker, and Breaker ends up spearing Rollins. Breaker, Theory, and Paul place Rollins on the steel steps and attempts to smash him into the steps. Officials break them, and Breaker continues to beat up Rollins and Pierce escorts Breaker, Paul, and Theory to the back as Rollins slowly gets to his feet, and that's how the show. And Paul joins the trio at the entrance ramp, and that's how the show ends and stuff. So yeah, it was a good show tonight. Stuff. What was a good match? Finn Balor versus Jamie Madonna, the street fight match. That was kind of good and stuff. So a lot of people were chanting, "This is awesome!" chant and stuff. So yeah, it was good and stuff. So I enjoyed it. It was good. It was okay tonight and stuff. Not too bad, but whatever, ups and downs, right? Am I right? And stuff. So yeah, very good tonight and stuff, and whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was okay tonight. Not as good, but whatever. But anyways, that was this first video. Hope you like it, and not whatever stuff. So like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. You guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care, guys. Do. That was it. I see you guys Wednesday night for after the 3-hour special thing for AEW Dynamite and Collision. All right, laters.